I never asked for this. If you want to make enemies, try to change something. It's a time of great innovation and technological advancement. It's also a time of chaos and conspiracy. Corporations have more power than the government, but in the future, there are far more scary things.
Deus Ex acts as a prequel to the franchise. The year is 2027, and corporate greed has amassed enough control and power that it surpasses even our own governments. At the forefront is the next evolution in the human species: cybernetic enhancements, augmentations. These modifications to your mind or your body give you like superhuman-like abilities. There are those who support it, and there are those who oppose it. Why anyone wouldn't want to be as strong as 15 men and be able to fall from 5 stories up high on building rooftops, I have no idea. But they oppose it. This forms the narrative of the game as you take on the role of Adam Jensen. The first thing you're gonna notice is how this game just oozes style. It's got outstanding visual design and a story that's gonna keep you sufficiently interested to see just how deep this rabbit hole goes. The music also so perfectly matches the visuals that it's astounding. Great dialogue, superb AAA voice acting, even if Jensen sports Christian Bale's raspy voice.
You'll be in a better jail forever.
Oh look! Seraph's attack dog! You're here to clean up before the police bust in?
This city just showed you that it's full of people ready to believe in good.
Nice try, Cholo.
The sound and atmosphere are near perfect in this game. You'll be traveling to Detroit, China, Montreal, all via VTOL that gets you from city hub to city hub. Meeting new characters, completing side quests, leveling up Adam for more augmentations. China in particular has to be the most visually impressive, with an upper city and a seedy lower city, complete with nightclubs controlled by triads and augmentated prostitutes. Psst, watch out for those girls. Fake as can be. And I hate fake.
Nah, I don't do no tricks with no Augs, yo. Talk to these two. They might be able to.
What you see is not always what you get. And unfortunately, sometimes that's the case in Deus Ex. For one, the impressive and beautiful backgrounds. I want to see more in this world. I want to travel right over there. Damn! But the places that you go don't always seem to match up with what you see from your apartment high-rise or building rooftops. It also suffers from the dreaded "it happened off-screen" syndrome. Augmented people being kidnapped and stripped of their parts so that they can sell and make a profit off those people. That you only hear of. You never get to see it. I just got out. I just got out of Live Clinic. Oh, I got enhanced sunglasses that let me see everything. I can analyze my entire situation. I'll never be caught off guard. $275,000
1,000 space credits. Don't worry about it. The Angry Joe Show takes care of it all, man. You want to see it? You want to see it? Okay, hold on. Ah! I can see everything! Oh! Oh! Was that not freaking awesome? Was that not freaking awesome? You know it was, buddy. Don't be mad you can't afford it. Alright, man. I don't really know. I've never been in this part of town. Alright, man, I'll hit you back. I'll find a way out. Alright, later. With the new glasses! Oh, man. Yeah. Oh. Oh! Ow! 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 God, no! What are you doing? No! Don't touch my glasses! No, that's mine! That's mine! Come back!
That would have had a huge emotional impact to actually see. And despite playing the first Deus Ex, I was a little bit wrong about my expectations for what this game was going to be. The game, like its brethren, is far more like a stealth FPS shooter, and a damn good one, rather than this Mass Effect Blade Runner-ish RPG with FPS elements that I was thinking that it would be. It is surprisingly tough, brutal at times, and when you're presented with a situation multiple ways to complete it, how do you think you're gonna go about it? Are you gonna fight a room with 12 fully armored dudes with chain guns and 4-wheeled robots? Or are you just gonna climb in the vent and avoid all of them? More often than not, you're gonna be crawling on your hands and knees in this game because it's punishingly hard. The problem is there's not a huge incentive there to go into that room and take down all those guys. Other than a little bit extra ammo and a tiny bit of experience that they give you. The story itself deals with some pretty heavy subject matter. We're talking about what it means to be human. Modifying yourself. Do you lose part of what makes you human? Thankfully, the game can back it up. The dialogue is deep and the atmosphere set perfectly. The exchanges that you have with characters, especially in this conversation type mode where they get up, move around, interact with you, it feels so dynamic and natural, like you're having a conversation with someone. This is what the game does extremely well.
Why, boss? What is it you're so afraid to tell me?
I'm not afraid to tell you anything, Adam. But neither will I be treated like some two-bit suspect you've just hauled in off the street. You're not a cop anymore. You work for me. Try not to forget that.
Boss, I'm sorry if you think this is a big waste of time. I just don't want to see anyone else getting hurt because of information I didn't have. But if you really believe this data can't hurt us, that it won't come back somehow and bite us in the ass, then I'll trust you.
I can't be 100% sure of something like that, Adam. No one can. God damn it. All right. Look, the truth is...
These exchanges that you have actually result in completely different circumstances. Real, multiple outcomes. Another thing the game does extremely well is those augmentations. They actually matter. They're not just window dressing like in a movie license game where you slightly power up your dude. No, they actually change gameplay completely. Early on, you're gonna try taking shortcuts by jumping on trash bins and seeing if you can get over a fence to an area you think is blocked off, or you're gonna fall from very high to try to take a shortcut and you're gonna die, or you're not gonna be able to jump that fence. But if you unlock the augmentation, all of a sudden you get this dynamic animation. From whatever height you fall from, you will not get hurt. It unlocks that animation and it opens up a whole new way to get around. Same with your jump height. Put trash cans. Your strength. You can up your strength to lift heavier objects so that you can jump on them and get over fences that you weren't able to get over before. creating new ways to get to your objectives, get around to your objectives, and travel in the world. This is excellent. And more games need to have this. They need to open up and not be so linear. There's even offensive augmentations where you could take on an entire room filled with guys with your Typhoon missile launcher. Really, really cool. While the atmosphere and immersion might be really good, it falls just short of fully investing you in its story. The reason is twofold. It never really hits that high tension mark, the impactful moment that it seems to think that it does. Where's the Blade Runner inspired chase sequence? There's not any missions or dynamic missions where you're chasing someone down or doing something a little bit more out of the ordinary. And those violent anti-augmentation rallies with the brutal police response, you never actually get to participate or see it unfold. You only see the aftermath. If we were to have participated, it would have created that set piece for your game. Things like these would have made the game more memorable, especially if you can make it a little bit more mature and not be afraid to show certain things off. Also, those amazing Final Fantasy-esque Square Enix type cutscenes that we saw in the trailer, they're not even present in the game. In fact, they don't even follow the game's storyline, putting characters where they weren't in the game. And the cutscenes in the game don't look anywhere near as good as those. And in fact, the actual in-game engine might be able to render better type cutscenes than those actual cutscenes that looked a little plasticky to me.
I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile.
Oh, Sanders, what the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
One thing that we all can agree on, though, is that the load times are extremely long. So long that you are forced to augment your Xbox or your PlayStation 3 by installing it to the hard drive, and that is not cool. Without doing that, you're gonna be staring a lot longer at helpful tips than you would like to be. And even then, when you get into the game, you're gonna be distracted because the voices tend to desync with the character's lips.
So it'll take some getting used to. I get it. But don't be surprised if the boss keeps pushing you to get more.
Why? What do you mean?
You know how he is. He thinks augmentations are the be-all, end-all of everything.
Where I'm not really sure how that got past playtesting, since it appears to happen on all versions. Overall, though, as a thinking man's game, and this is definitely a thinking man's game, it doesn't hold your hand. It's not afraid to let you do what you want to do. If you go into an encounter unprepared or low on ammo, you're in for a punishing dogfight. And ammo seems to be scarce, so make sure you stock up as much as you can when you can. While I might have gone into Deus Ex expecting the wrong things, what I ultimately got was one of the best stealth type games I've ever played. It mixes first-person shooter, RPG, action, and intrigue all into one unique blend. It does the original game justice, but I just can't deny how awesome and how much fun I had playing through the game. And that's why the final verdict for Deus Ex Human Revolution is an 8 out of 10. An excellent game. A damn fine thematic experience when you're in the mood for it. I haven't played anything like it, and despite it not being exactly the same way I thought it was going to be, it's definitely still a game that I can recommend to anyone. A AAA experience, especially on PC for the cheaper price and without all the load issues. You could find it for $50, $40. At that price, that's a steal. You'd be crazy not to buy it. Go with that version over the Xbox or the PlayStation 3 if you can. And I hope this game does well so we can see more. And it already has been confirmed that the game will have at least one DLC pack. I'm looking forward to exploring this universe more, this newly returned franchise. But remember guys, do not be afraid to show us. Don't shy away from certain things, whether they're controversial or difficult to show or maybe hard to code or maybe difficult to do, because it's those experiences that are gonna stand out the most for us and continue this adult future noir theme. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.